Before we get started with my intro, I just want to say I'm sorry. I keep saying I'll be back to make more videos. It's just been difficult. I recently went on vacation. I'm back. I'm great. And everything's great. So you will be seeing more posts more frequently. I just want to apologize for that. And I started college, so it might be a little while, but I am gonna do it. Gonna keep my promise, make more videos, stuff like that. So let's just get into the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Caitlin. I go by Catalin, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all the books I've read in the month of June. So let's just hop right in. I'm going to be starting off with my nonfiction book of the month, and that was Master Your Emotions. I gave it 3 stars because it was really repetitive. I don't really recommend this book. I mean, it gave great advice, but it just kept repeating that like 1 or 2 pieces of advice over and over and over again. It is a series, Master Your Yada Yada Yada, but I don't know if I'm going to continue the series because this first book was so repetitive and it took me so long to get through it. And it shouldn't have taken me that long to get through it. The advice was more like common sense, so it wasn't that helpful at all. So I do not recommend this book. The next book I read was The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose, and I absolutely loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. If you like The Silent Patient and read that, you would love this as well. I highly recommend this book. If you haven't picked it up already, you need to. I finally know who killed the mistress. I finally know who did it. I suspected this person all along, but I was thrown off a bit there for a second. The end was super crazy, like the end of Silent Patient. And if you don't know, the book is about a guy and a girl are married, and he's a struggling writer and she's a hotshot defense attorney, and he's been having an affair on her behind her back for like, I want to say 3 years tops with this woman, and they have their own lake house. He usually spends his time there trying to write while she's at work. One night, this mistress comes over to stay the night with him, and she ends up murdered in his bed. So, the end was great. 5 stars. Definitely recommend this book. The next book I have for you guys is Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I think that's how you say her name. I didn't think I would love this book as much as I do. I gave this 5 stars because it's about this girl. She's a pirate and she gets kidnapped by her dad's enemies on purpose because her dad is the Pirate King. He basically runs the whole 7 oceans, whatever. And she has a gift that no one knows about. But she gets kidnapped because they have a map that she needs to find. So she gets kidnapped. She's trying to find this map or whatever. And she ends up liking the captain's second in command, which is his brother. And it was just super great. I highly recommend this book. I read it while I was in Florida. I thought I was going to read something else, but I am trying to clear out my Kindle so I can add more books by June 30th. I think that's the day where you can add a lot of books to your Kindle. Yeah. If you like Pirates of the Caribbean, however you say it, I don't care. I say Caribbean because, you will absolutely love this book. definitely recommend, and it's definitely 5 stars. The next book I have is An Heir Comes to Rise. I don't know who the author is by. Chloe, I think. Anyways, I gave this book 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Although I will say, on the Goodreads reviews, they were like, it's a copy of Throne-Glass, it reminds me of Red Queen, ACOTAR, yada yada yada. Well, yeah, in a certain way it is, but I absolutely loved it because, yeah, she took inspiration from those books, but she made it her own, you know? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I absolutely love this book because I did like I still have to finish the series, but I did like Red Queen. I do love ACOTAR. I am starting to get into Throne of Glass, which I haven't finished that series yet either. So basically this girl, she's human, and it's set in a dystopian era where humans are lower class, and she ends up having some special abilities that Fae, the most notorious Fae, have. And she meets this guy by accident, using her abilities by accident. He ends up being a royal guard. We find out later he's not even an actual royal guard, he's something else, but he decided to help her. I want to say I know the reason, but I don't really know the reason because I don't even know, like, them two end up together. Yeah, it's super cute, super great, but in the end, he betrayed her in some kind of way, and I'm trying to figure out if he actually liked her or was just using her all along. But it's like she has Fae abilities and she loves playing with swords and stuff, and she has to hide her ability from all these other Faes who can end up finding her because she is a weapon in disguise, really. And, you know, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. It's Red Queen mixed with Throne of Glass mixed with ACOTAR. So who hates all of those 3 things combined? Like, I just don't understand why people were like complaining about that. If you enjoyed those books, you'll enjoy this book. So I definitely recommend, and I will continue this series. The next book I read is Mark. It's by 2 authors. One's a mother, the other's the daughter. I had this book a long time ago. I bought it at the Goodwill. I bought the first 3 books and I did not end up reading them. And then when I really wanted to read them, my cat because we had brought her into the house, she was new, she liked to play a lot, she tore up my books, y'all. I was so upset. And I finally got to this because it was on Kindle Unlimited. The first book was, so I finally got to it. And let me just say, I cannot believe I've been putting this book off all these years. It was good. It was so good. I gave it 4 stars because it is a YA, but it was fast-paced. Not like fast-paced, like, it was good, okay? But my only thing was it was fast-paced for the main character to end up with this guy. Like, they were just like that. They were together. I was like, okay. It's an old YA book, so I understand that. It's an interesting concept. The book was so interesting, like how she created this like world where vampires and humans are like mushed together in one society. Like the vampire, the way they changed was like it was something in the person's blood, so they were changing and you might not even survive the change. And these people go out and mark, like these vampires go out and mark the next people who are supposed to become vampires. Those people are called the people becoming vampires are called fledglings. Well, anyways, this girl gets marked. She has to go to a school for vampires, and it's like vampires that have like magic abilities, and it's so cool. It's just so cool. I can't even describe it. The concept of this world and the magic in it with the vampires, it's so different from the Vampire Diaries, Twilight. It's different from all of that. I do recommend this book. It's fast-paced, like I said. That's why I gave it 4 stars. I will continue the series. I can't wait. So the last book I'm on for the month of June. And I probably won't finish this before the month of June is up. I don't know. I might, because this series, you guys, this series has me in a chokehold, okay? Covet by Tracy Wolff. Let's hop into it. This book has like 800 and something pages on my Kindle. I have it on my Kindle because it was on Kindle Unlimited before I got the books. I got the books during Christmas, so I'm just reading it on my Kindle for now. I'm already at page 230 something out of 800, and I started it last night, okay? I cannot put this book down. I want to know who she ends up with. I want to know who she ends up with. So, basically in Crave, she meets Jackson. They fall in love. Somebody tries to sacrifice her. Whatever. In the second book, Hudson, Jackson's brother, ends up in her head, and they're trying to get him out of her head. And she finds out she's not human. She's a gargoyle in the second book. Jackson and Hudson's parents are coming after her because she's a gargoyle, the only one left, and they're trying to kill him off. I'm not going to name the reason, but oh my gosh. Jackson and Grace were mated, okay? They were mated. Somehow, some way, this mate bond broke, okay? And they're not supposed to break. But this guy, Jackson, is so stupid. He asked, like, his mentor how to break it with a spell. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it ends up broken. So stupid. But Hudson comes back from the dead, basically, because in the first book, he was dead. In the second book, he was stuck in Grace's mind. And he comes back from the dead in the second book. And he's like, that's my mate, Jackson. Get your hands off her. I was like, ah! Oh my God. I was like, no. I love Hudson, but Jackson and Grace cannot catch a break, can they? Now that the bond's broken between Jackson and Grace, I'm hoping, like, I'm Team Hudson, y'all. Team Hudson all the way. Team Hudson all the way. So, in this book, I'm hoping they actually give it a shot. Kiss or something. Because if not, I'm just... the series got me in a chokehold, okay? I definitely recommend this book, even though I haven't finished it, because it's so good, so good. I recommend Crave 5 stars. I recommend Crush 5 stars. Pick the series up. It is nothing. I mean, it's kind of like the Vampire Diaries. It is like the Vampire Diaries, but nothing like Twilight. If you love the Vampire Diaries, pick up Crave. Yeah, tell them. Pick up Crave. Okay, guys, that was all the books I read in the month of June. So, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back with more videos. Bye!